Hey, it's Magic Prepper. Just wanted to go over different ways to carry additional ammunition for wheel guns or revolvers. I do carry wheel guns from time to time just based on limitations on what I'm able to wear or different places that I'm going or what caliber I prefer to have based on the scenario I expect to encounter. So I do carry additional ammunition for those style of firearms. And there's a lot of options out there. There's many different ways you can carry the additional ammunition, but only some of them work well. And some of them are based on your different setups for the different revolvers you have, so you might not even have some of these options available to you. But I just wanted to go over a few of them to show you what I like and prefer, and give you some pros and cons about the different ways that you're able to do so. Alright, so here I've got 3 different ways to carry additional ammunition for a revolver. These 3 different ways I'm showing you right here are probably the most efficient, and because of that, they're also the most traditional. They're the best way to get your cylinder reloaded quickly in a short amount of time and get yourself back up and running if need be. So I'd say the most iconic version of a reload system here for a revolver is going to be the speed loader. Okay, speed loaders basically hold onto your rounds for you in a circular formation, and then they drop them into the cylinder using gravity and a release knob on the back. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate how that works. This is a Smith & Wesson 686 Plus Pro Series, definitely one of my favorite firearms. So we're going to go ahead and open the cylinder, nice and empty, right? So you're going to go ahead and point the barrel towards the ground and use gravity to your advantage. Take the speed loader, you're going to insert and try to get a nice fit there, and then you're going to want to reach in and grab the cylinder because honestly this just doesn't work well otherwise. Drop the rounds in, pull out, one gets stuck of course, and then you have 6 out of 7 rounds loaded. Okay, so that is one of the reasons why I don't like speed loaders. They're cumbersome, and if you don't practice a lot, which obviously I don't, they tend to be a little bit tricky. So, they work for the most part. There's guys out there that can use them like speed lightning. I mean, they're efficient, and are they my favorite? No. I mean, they're hard to carry. They take up a lot of space in your pocket. They're bulky, and I don't know, just all around they seem cumbersome and hard to use. I don't know if you've ever tried one of these in a 5-shot J-frame, but they are almost impossible to get a right fit in there, and they're really hard to manipulate. So it's just not worth it to me to carry a speed loader, but I do own a few just because, they are something I've tried to practice with in the past, okay? So next is going to be the Bianchi Speed Strip. Now, Bianchi Speed Strips are awesome for carrying, okay? So what's great about them is obviously they keep everything linear and flat. So this sitting in your pocket kind of resembles maybe a comb or a card holder or something along those lines. Nobody would see this in your pocket and assume it's 6 rounds of .357 Magnum, right? So the way this one works is a little trickier and probably the slowest method for carrying additional ammunition here for a revolver reload, but at the same time it's the best for carrying without imprinting. It's not bulky, and it's still relatively efficient if you get practiced with it, okay? So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that here for you now. So go ahead and open the cylinder once again. None of those rounds from that clunky speed loader are left over, right? So what you do is you take your speed strip and you want to get the first 2 rounds in from the bottom, right? Pop them in and then peel it off as if it's just like a peel and stick or something like that, right? And then you're going to do the same thing over and over again until you have a fully loaded cylinder, okay? Pop the 2 in, peel, and we're done. So nice and easy, no mess, no leftover rounds. This is a 7-round revolver and this is a 6-round speed strip, so unfortunately I don't have a 7-round speed strip to demonstrate with, but you got the basic idea. Very efficient, very easy to carry, and not much slower than the clunky speed loader when you can't even get it to work right? So I'll go ahead and empty the cylinder again. Okay, there we go. All right, I'll pop that back down. Okay. And last but not least, this is not going to work for everybody, okay? It's called a moon clip. Moon clips are awesome. Literally, they're just a thin, kind of gear-looking metal piece that holds all the rounds together. And what happens is your cylinder face has to be cut in order to accept the metal clip, right? So this cylinder face is cut for moon clips. And you can kind of see it there. It's a little tricky to see in the camera right here, but there is definitely a difference of level there where the moon clips would usually go in, as you can see. Okay, so moon clips are the fastest way to reload. It's what the competition shooters use, and it's what people would probably prefer if they needed to have a quick reload. The only problem I have with them is that they're just basically impossible to carry. Unless you carry them in some kind of a protective pouch, they're going to get bent. These things are kind of flimsy. They're really just meant to be a speed load system, mostly in competition shooting. Yes, you can use them for reloading in any other environment, of course, but for concealed carry, I just find them to be a little too fragile. If you put them in your pocket all day long, and let's say you bumped up against something kind of hard, or you maybe took a fall, this thing's going to get bent and probably not work correctly. And if you've ever had a bent moon clip in a cylinder, after firing it, it's very difficult to extract. You might not even be able to get another reload in afterward. So, just something that I would consider, and honestly, most revolvers aren't cut for moon clips, so a lot of you won't even be able to use these if you want to, but I will demonstrate the way that this works. So we'll go ahead and, once again, open the cylinder, right? Drop it down to the floor, give it some gravity, and then just like the speed loader, we're just going to find the sweet spot and kind of just try to jiggle it in there, and then it falls right in, okay? What's nice about this, though, is now I can close it, okay? And there's no mechanism that needs to be released. There's no clunky leftover piece that you have to deal with. It just goes right in, and you close the cylinder, and you're ready to fire. Honestly, the most efficient and fastest way to reload a revolver. Just maybe not the best for concealed carry, just because in that pocket of yours, it's going to get beat up and bent. So just wanted to go over some options with you guys. Honestly, if I have to pick, the Bianchi speed strip is always the way I go when I'm concealed carrying. If I'm out in the bush or something like that, I might carry some moon clips in a like an Uncle Mike's pouch or something like that, just so I've got a quicker reload, and the pouch protects it so I don't have to worry about it getting damaged. But all in all, generally, if I'm carrying a wheel gun, the speed strips are in my pocket with me. So just want to give you guys some options on stuff that you can use to carry additional ammunition, and leave some questions or any feedback in the comments below, and try not to make fun of me for my terrible usage of a speed loader, because honestly I just don't like these things, so I don't even practice with them anymore. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys some options. So that's Magic Prepper out.